Hey everyone, okay, so we are on. So today's discussion is with the founder of HouseRizz, Krish Mittal. So we are going to talk about the HouseRizz journey and what's the status of HouseRizz and a lot of things about the HouseRizz. And if you have some questions, so you can just comment it. And okay, so I'm Monica Rajput and I'm working as a senior data engineer at Ahead, and also I have 5 years of experience in tech industry as an intern, as a full time. So yeah, this is about me, and now let's dive into the house race. So let's quickly invite Krish Mittal to the stage, and I'm super excited for this session. And trust me, this is going to be a bang on live. So yeah, hi Krish, how are
Hello,
you?
everyone. Hello, I'm fine. How about you?
Absolutely good. Thank you for asking. So, okay, to the audience, so I'll give you the brief about why we are doing this. So, okay, so me and Krish met at an event, I think an year ago, right? So,
Yeah,
and second time we met at an event, my event, CNCG Gurgaon. So, where we discuss about what he's working and his startup, house raise, and it's great. And you don't believe he built an app in less than 2 months, and that was so exciting. So, we'll talk more about this, how he did that, and lot of things. And he has lot of wisdom to share, I'm guarantee you. So yeah, Krish, yeah, I just wanted to know, like, how you started the house race. And before dive into the house race, I wanted to know, like, what's the first thought and what's the first moment you thought, like, okay, I want to build some things and I want to start the startup journey and I want to choose this journey. What's that moment for you?
okay. So basically, 2 months ago, I was moving my house and we bought some furniture online. And even though we measured it correctly, we measured our home correctly, we ordered it and it just didn't fit right. So we returned it, we bought again, had the same issue. And I thought, like, I'm a computer science student, this I should solve this problem if no one else has, because I used some already existing solutions for measurement and they didn't quite work well. So I actually did not want to make a startup initially. This was just an project that I could use to help my situation. So this was not intended to be a big startup at the beginning, just as a project for me to use and help. So that's how it started. And eventually, when you work on an idea, you iterate over it, you kind of expand on it. And I encouraged other people to also work on my idea and work on their ideas. So they kind of joined in. So it kind of became a startup. It started as just a project without an aim of being a startup, but now it is a startup.
That's great. So, as you told me, like, it's been just 2 months and you already released your iOS app, and I think that's the great achievement. So, I know it's easy for you, but can you tell me what's the hurdle you have faced during this whole journey, and what's the difficult part of the house race?
Okay, so at HouseRizz, it's not just a simple marketplace app like some other websites. We are building a quite deep tech-based application where we are using things like augmented reality. We are using things like artificial intelligence to have them very well integrated into our app, right? So our biggest hurdle in the beginning was development. I'm the sole iOS developer at the startup, and I'm quite new to iOS development. I just started iOS development this year. So at the beginning, that was the biggest hurdle. But after that, development is something that I can always overcome within a few weeks or days. But after that, marketing and other things like vendor tie-ups, that have been our biggest hurdles, because like I have not personally worked in marketing before. I've not marketed any product as such before. Yes, I have managed people, but I haven't had the responsibility to actually sell a product, right? So yeah, that's the biggest hurdle, and that's why like I have other people also working with me. I have my teammates who are experienced in that field. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Like, for engineers marketing is always hard to crack. So I absolutely agree, and also yeah, every engineer faced it because yeah, it's a different game for us. So can I know like what's the size of your team right now?
So right now, including me, we are 9 people,
Sorry.
and everyone. So including me, we are a team of 9, and
Okay.
everyone kind of have their own domain. Like we have a person who is helping out with the backend of the web development side of things. We have a person that's helping out with the AI development. We have 2 to 3 people who are helping out in the marketing, the content creation side of things. We have 2 to 3 people helping in the vendor tie-up situation. So yeah, a team of 9 to 10 people.
That's nice. Okay, so move into another deep question. So I want more clarity, like what's HouseRizz, how I can use it, and what's the main features that makes HouseRizz as HouseRizz. Like we know there's we can purchase furniture on Amazon, and there's a lot of app already there. What's the different thing in the house race we can as a user they can go for the house race as for home, like designing your home. So what's that main features?
Okay, so first off, I would like to make it very clear that we are not just a tech company. We are a marketplace first. We are a marketplace for home interior. So we differentiate ourselves from our competitors on a marketplace feature too. We offer a highly curated selection from local vendors from Agra, Delhi, Jaipur, and we are not littering our website and our app with a lot of products, right? We from the beginning are focusing on quality versus quantity. We are focusing that each and every one of our product is of well quality, is handcrafted, and will not easily break. And second off, we are not just providing you the products, right? We are giving you the means to actually design your home. We are giving you the means to build your dream home. We are providing you ways in which you can be an interior designer. You can let your inner child out by just using your phone. You don't need any pen, paper. You don't need any ability to draw, to build your own interior designing sketches. You don't need to learn any AutoCAD studios to see if actually the furniture or the stuff you want will fit in your place, right? You just need your phone. You can have your entire place designed, and you can design it yourself. You can have spacing according to your furniture and your flat. So that's how I would say we differentiate ourselves. We offer an entire experience of building your dream home instead of just providing furniture.
Yeah, so the space where you can find the designers and a single space where you can purchase your furniture that you really want, and everything is personalized, I think. So that is what house rest is. That's a, I think, nice idea, because that when we build our home, so we need something like that, because building a home is a big task,
Yeah.
seriously. So I have one question. So I know we talked about house risk before, but I have one question I didn't ask you. So, like, when we have one idea, right? So our next step is, okay, let's build some website, right? And then see, okay, what's the market, what's the market wants, and we just trying to analyze if our product is market fit or not, right? And then we jump into the iOS app if something is working fine on our website. So as I can see, you directly jump into an iOS app. You have, of course, you have the website. I saw it, but there's no features. Like users always need an iOS app for it. So how, like, why do you think like, okay, we need to build an iOS app, not just the website? So why, like,
Okay. So first off, we are building the website and the Android app with the complete
yeah,
functionality. It will be
okay.
out in a month or two at the max. But the reason we picked the iOS app to build first is that we are using a very heavy AI computation that is stored actually locally, and it doesn't take a lot of storage. And we want to prioritize user data and access. So we don't, because you're clicking photos of your home, right? we don't want access to that, and we want to make sure that you feel safe doing that. So we need to run a lot of the LLM models locally, a lot of the classical machine learning models locally. So for that, iPhones are really well optimized. And second, our augmented reality feature is again a heavy feature that works best with the Apple supported feature. Apple has incredible sensors and LiDAR sensors, which would actually enable you to make 3D objects, which I don't think is technically possible using an Android phone. So that's why I wanted to build a complete version of my app without any hardware limitations using the iOS. But yes, we are developing the Android and the website side of things. The website I think should be done in 2 to 3 weeks, and the Android app should be done in a month or two.
Yeah, that's so fast. Like in website, 1 to 2 weeks, all working website, and the app is in 2 weeks. Also, that's really nice. So, also, I wanted to know, let's just talk about bit technology. I know most of you don't know, Krish is also a full-time student. So how do you manage like your studies and your startup as well? Like it's going good, and like how do you manage these all things all together?
I mean, I'm a computer science student, right? And I've been engineering is my job, so that's exactly what I'm doing. That actually takes up the bulk of my job role. I'm doing the iOS development app for the most part of my time, and yes, I'm doing other things that comes with managing a team and shooting content. Like tomorrow, the entire day would be spending shooting content, right? But to think of managing school and managing startup, I have been doing this since I was 14, since proper high school. I have been engineering for 5 to 6 years. First, I was in Python, quantum computing, C programming language. So time management is something that I have learned over years how to do and how to manage a lot of things. So now it comes naturally to me to manage a degree and doing a startup. But yeah, so I would say engineering is the prime passion, and that's the degree I'm doing. So it kind of allows me to actually do a startup that is so heavily tech based.
You know what, that's the great answer I have heard. Like I'm doing an engineering, and that was what exactly I'm doing here, and it's a great answer, to be very honest. Yeah, so that's a, I think, valid answer to for this type of questions. So yeah, nice. Okay, so I just wanted to know, like, why you build HouseRizz in that way. Like, why you think, okay, AR is super necessary and AI is super necessary here. So why you build this in a way? Why not first website and then iOS app and then the Android app? Why you just first build the iOS and then a website and also how?
Yeah. Yeah, so the initial, if you look at a initial problem statement that I had 2 months ago when I was working solo on the project, it wasn't that I need to create a marketplace that the entire India uses to order their furniture, right? It was to solve the hurdles that come with online shopping, especially of furniture, the spacing issues, whether the furniture would look right or not. We don't know whether our solution is good enough. So that's why it started with the augmented reality side of things. That's why it started with the AI side of things, and naturally our product came into the marketplace. So the first intent of the product was to solve the spacing issues that already existing products have. So that's why I in fact built the augmented reality feature first, even before the marketplace and the AI feature. Our project is open source on GitHub. You can actually track every progress that we had on the app. You can see that the first feature I built was the augmented reality feature. So that's how we started with the augmented reality and the AI features instead of building the entire marketplace on website and the Android side of things.
Okay, got it. So your main intent was to using AR technologies and not just selling the uh, furnitures and the product on your website. Okay, that make sense. A lot of. Okay, so like you have said, it takes it takes just 2 months for your startup. So are you alone building this app, or someone is there from the beginning, or like how was the starting of the house race?
Okay, so at the starting, I actually had another friend of mine, and
Yeah.
he kind of helped guide the process a lot. But I'm the sole developer of the project. But again, he was there, like he kind of helped like form the idea in itself. And currently, he himself is helping out and working with for the vendor tie-up side of things. He has actually worked with a lot of vendors in Accra to come on our platform and sell their products. So that's how we started. But yes, I am the sole developer of the iOS app.
Okay, that's nice. So also I wanted to know, as I can see the whole picture, your journey and also the house race journey. So what I'm seeing here is that you started your iOS journey also, and also the startup journey, right? So as a student, how, like me and other student, can also start this? What's your approach? Because learning an iOS technologies, like building an app and learning the all of the things, what takes to build an iOS app, what it takes, like how a student can also do the same thing as you are doing, and what's the main technologies they should learn, and what's the path they can follow to build something like that.
Okay, so specifically for iOS, it's actually I come from a quantum computing background, which is heavily research side of things. So iOS development, I thought it was kind of easy. So for I would recommend any kind of technology, not just iOS. You simply first have to understand the basis of the language, something like the syntax, how the conditional loops work, so just that it should take you a week if you're new to programming, but if you are already familiar with another language, it should just take you 2 to 3 hours to understand the basics of the language. In iOS, we often use Swift. I mean, you're free to use Objective C, but it's kind of outdated, and everyone has shifted towards Swift. So after you've kind of understood the basic syntax and you can code in Swift, then you can jump into frameworks such as Swift UI or UI Kit. I would recommend Swift UI. It's the new child, and a lot of the new APIs that Apple has given has exclusively supported Swift UI. So I would recommend learning Swift UI. I would recommend not following a tutorial. Just open up a documentation. Apple has actually a lot of great documentation on how to build apps using Swift and Swift UI. Just follow one example, and then yeah, you can go ahead and build your own app. Start with something small. I started by a to-do app. Then I started with an SOS app. Then I started to use APIs. Using the Gemini API, I built an entire chatbot. And the entire journey of learning iOS development took me 3 months. So yeah, take your time. Do not be in tutorial hell. Just yeah, follow the documentation and code whatever comes in your mind.
Yeah, that's nice. Like it takes we can do in 3 months, like the to see the whole picture of how we can build an iOS app. So we also have the Flutter. Most of the people say, okay, we can also build an iOS app by using Flutter. So what's your point on what should I think most of the students are confused. I was also confused when I had to do when I was planning to build an app in college, but I didn't choose building an app. But yeah, that was a different story. But yeah, what you advise, or what's your views on what student can choose to, like, go for the Flutter or for the Swift?
Okay, so if you're going into mobile development, there are actually four major pathways that you can take. One is learning Android development by doing Java or Kotlin. One is doing iOS development by learning Swift and any of the frameworks, Swift UI or UI Kit. And the other two paths are the cross-platform development paths. You can either do React Native or you could do Flutter. Talking about Flutter, it's a Google product, and I think Flutter has a lot of performance issues. Now, not a lot of, but it still has some performance issues. Like even using some Flutter build apps, I can pretty easily tell that these are Flutter built. There's a lot of abstraction using Flutter. There are a lot of layers on top of the basic native code and Flutter when it compiles to the native code. So I think it generally reduces the app performance. But if you're building something simple like a to-do app or something, yeah, you can go ahead and use Flutter. But to a student, I would actually recommend using something like Kotlin or Swift first. You would understand the basics of mobile development very well using Kotlin or Swift because you would have easy access to entire mobile development layers. You can control each and everything using that. And then you can come into something like React Native or Flutter. And even if you want to start with the cross development side of things, I would say start with React Native. That has an incredible ecosystem. We all know how famous and popular React is, how good the open source community with React Native is, and with the latest React releases, the performance issues with that came with React Native are gone. Expo has incredible support with React Native. So yeah, if you want to start a cross development journey, I would recommend using React Native with something like Expo Go. Otherwise, I usually recommend first learning the native ways using Kotlin or Swift.
Can we say this statement? Okay, if you want to build something, you can use any of technology that you are more comfortable with or not.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to build an idea, just build it. Don't worry too much about performance issues, how you're going to build it. Just start building. If you have attended a bootcamp in Dart, yeah, just go ahead
Yeah.
and build your idea in Flutter. But the important thing is building an idea.
Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the reimburse. So, uh, as a revenue perspective, what's how you are going to generate revenue from this app? What's the main features you are going to add it? How you are going to generate the revenue from this app?
Okay, so we have two big business models that we follow. We have some small streams of income currently that are set in place, but those aren't really our focus. The two big ones are first direct commissions on the products that we sell on the marketplace. We would charge a certain percentage that we have pre-decided with the vendor on every product that is sold on our marketplace. And second, all of our AI features, we are building some incredible AI features that are both for B2B and B2C. Those AI features would be behind a monthly subscription. So that's how our business model is set up currently. The two big ways that we plan on earning.
That's great. So I'm a bit curious here. Initially, the part of how do you split? Okay, that uh, percentage we are going to take from the vendor, and that percentage we are going to take from the user. So what's this percentage? I do you can you give any of the number or something like that, so we have some ideas like how, as a founder or as a builder, how we can manage this whole thing, and what's the psychology behind it?
Okay, so furniture and a lot of the products on the marketplace are often like high ticket items, right? Our
Yeah.
average price of our product is 10,000 rupees. So we didn't want to charge a high commission on the vendors. So we have kind of figured out in single digits. It's kind of different for each vendor and what they're selling. So I don't want to give a clear number, but let's our latest vendor is a bed manufacturer, and we have partnered with them on a 5% commission basis. So whatever price that they put up on their marketplace, we would be charging 5% of that from the vendor. So that's how our commission rates are set up with the vendors.
Okay, 5% from the vendor, and it's free for the user, no commission
Yeah,
at all, or
yeah.
platform fee, nothing.
The price that the vendor sets is the final price that the user gets.
Okay, okay. So, any future features you are going to involve or fit into the houses? We know you are currently using AR for checking how this specific item look like into some specific space. But can you more uh, tell about or talk about like how you are also leveraging the AI? What's the what it look like? when I'll just example, when I'll go into your HouseRizz app, then what's the features I can use that is based on the AI or LLMs or Gen AI? How you're adapting these technology?
Okay, so for the end user, the homeowner, right? Our AI feature, our primary AI feature is the redesign and the similarity recommendation feature, in which you just have to upload a photo of your home, and the AI will redesign the entire home according to the vibe that you select, according to the color palettes that you want. And the entire design that the AI will redesign the photo would be from the products that are already available on a marketplace. So after you get the redesigned furnishing of your entire home of a room, you can ask the AI to give products from our marketplace that matches what has the AI designed. So you can actually get the entire thing from us. It's not like some other products where you just get the AI redesigned and now you can do nothing with it, right? Because it's pretty hard to find that specific bed or that specific rug. But each and every product that the AI places will be available on our marketplace, and we would offer similar suggestions. So yeah, you can even place your budget, that what budget you want to furnish your room in, and the AI would decide like that. So yeah, that AI is kind of like your personal interior designer in that sense.
Okay, so according to the space and according to the budget, and according to, I think, your color theme, so AI is going to build the whole design of your space, right? Uh, okay, as I am engineer, so I have some curiosity and I have some technical question here. So what's LLM you are going to use for this feature? Is this feature is already you are working on, is already done, or what? What's the status of this particular feature? Because this is something very exciting to work on and very exciting to use this feature as a light.
Okay, so the redesigning feature is already live on our app. I don't want to disclose what exact model that we are using, but we are not using the common uh, Gen AI APIs. We are we have fine tuned and build our own models on top of existing open source models, and that feature is live on our app. It's free to use currently, and we are still building our recommendation feature. It should be out next week. Basically, we have built the AI side of things. We are just implementing in the app and fine tuning certain things. So that feature should be next week. But on terms of what AI models that we are using, which LLM models we are using, I'm not sure if I want to tell exactly the thing we're using. Honestly, right now our product is open source. It's on GitHub. The entire code is on GitHub. If you have the curiosity, if you have the willingness, you can find the repository and find yourselves. But I'm not just going to name the model.
Okay, that's fine if you don't want to tell. That's fine. But okay, as you said, like anybody can contribute to your project, right? So yeah, guys, you
Yeah,
can contribute to the house race, and also, okay, that's fine. You don't want to tell me the name of the model you are going to use, but I have a question. Like, why you don't want to use the existing Gen AI APIs and you decided to build your own model on top of the open source model? What's the why you decided that? Why not? Because I think using a Gen AI API is easy to implement and it's very fast. But
yeah.
why you
So
choose
I
this other method? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have experience in building with the Gemini API. I built a chat GPT type of application using just the Gemini API. It offers the exact same functionality that the chat GPT mobile app does, just with the Gemini API, right? So I know how easy Google has made it or OpenAI has made it to use certain APIs, and we are actually a part of the Microsoft Founders Hub, so we have a lot of OpenAI credits. But the reason that I'm not going with these types of APIs and these types of models is data, right? People are uploading their photos of their homes, and that's very sensitive data. At least to me, I don't want a random corporation to know what my bathroom looks like, right? So that's why I'm not using any sort of API or any sort of Gen AI model. I'm using custom LLMs and custom models. to have a secure data.
That's great to hear. Like you are super concerned about the data, and I know because a lot of companies are really don't care about the data, and I saw it. They really don't care
Yeah,
about the data.
yeah.
So I
Recently, a
think,
lot of big applications have misused their terms of service. I don't want to name any, but a lot of software, a lot of common software, they are like, we will own entirety of your product and we can use it to train our Gen AI products. I don't think that's right.
yeah, but one more thing, like right now I don't think so you are super confident about your product, because we never be super confident, okay, this is going to be the next unicorn, right? So I think building a model from you like using the open source project, it will take a lot of time, lot of efforts, lot of fine tuning. So, and why don't you consider it for just for the demo purpose, or for just the MVP? I think we can use for the MVP at least Gen AI APIs or not. What's your thoughts on
I
it?
mean, again, this goes to the beginning. I'm an engineer, right? And my team is full of young engineers. We don't really want to focus on like we want to make it fast and we want to make it quick. We are engineering students at heart. We want to have our engineering expertise. We want to develop. So there is a certain, some people might call it ego, but I call it fun. Like we have fun doing these things. We have fun building it our own. So yeah, that's why like we are taking a little bit of long route by building things on our own, by fine tuning them and not just using or an Gemini API or an GPT API. So yeah, a major part is that we are having fun doing that, and for the long term, it's good.
Super, super impressive, super impressive. I love the way you are answering the questions. Yeah, I think because every startup is a learning for us. Like as a student, we want to learn. We don't want to, take the shortcuts and all, because we have a lot of time, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's nice way to put it. Yeah, I think it's good too, because I was always in a favor of let's do something, let's build something uh, uh, by less sources, or something that can be built very easily, very fast, so we can test it out, all of the thing. But yeah, as an engineer by heart, you think, okay, let's do it very
yeah.
like practically, or by step, like let's just enjoy the whole process of building the things.
And
Yeah,
even
so
if you would look at the time benefits that we would get, we have
yeah.
built the entire AI functionality in a week and a week and a half, right? So what you might save a day or two, at max 3 days, but we would miss out on the fun that we have. We are very moving very fast, right? We are building things very quickly, anyways. So might as well have fun doing that.
So you like we met an year ago, and I heard a lot about you. Like you write a book when you were 15, and you built an app in just less than 2 months. So what's the secret of this? Like how you are, building the things in just months or very fast? Like what's the secret?
There is no secret. This is just something I'm passionate about. When it comes to other things like marketing, that's something I was too lazy for. I just started doing marketing a week or two ago, and that's too because like we are participating in a program called Nights and Weekends by Buildspace, and we have this 5 to 6 weeks deadline, right? So that kind of has put me in a deadline situation where I have to build things quick. I have to do everything, marketing and everything. So yeah, engineering is just something I'm very passionate about. So it comes very natural to me to build. Just put some music on and code. Yeah. So I don't really have an answer for that.
Yeah, I understand. If we are passionate about something, we just do it anyway, and we just do it
Yeah.
very fast. That I'm totally agree. I'm also passionate about some of the things. Yeah, I think it's totally right to say, if you are passionate about something, then your focus is on just that thing, not the other things.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just mentioned that you are you are participating in build space. So what's the experience of the build space, what you guys are doing there, and uh, how you are building your app there by their rules and everything. I just wanted to know how you are doing uh, or building app in build space. Or can you tell us
Okay,
more about what is build space?
okay. So Buildspace is just a community where a lot of people come together and work on their ideas. It's not just engineering based. People work on their albums, YouTube videos, everything. So it's a kind of program where you have a lot of people doing what they love doing, supporting each other, reviewing each other things. We have certain deadlines to do stuff. So I think it's just a motivation, right? The entire team is incredibly motivated to complete the entire thing in 6 weeks. I think that's the biggest thing that Buildspace offers. It's a proper deadline to do things and a fun community. Like the amount of people that have reached out to me reviewing HouseRizz from Buildspace has been incredible. The amount of support that I've received, the amount of Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs that I've received from people from participating in Buildspace, and the amount of cool ideas that I've seen. Like I was saying, someone in India only, he's building his entire watch himself alone. Like that really inspired me. I'm really into watches, and to see an Indian building an entire watch alone in a span of 6 weeks, that's something that inspired me. So I think that's what Buildspace is. It's just a community of people doing what they love, trying to build it under 6 weeks and helping each other out.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like building a watch. I think
Yeah.
it might be a smartwatch, right?
No, no, no. He's building a mechanical watch.
Oh, oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also read some of the build space ideas and I watched their launch videos. That's so cool space to build things, like very cool space, safe space where you can, tell anything or build your ideas. If you are from any of the, if you are a content creator, if you want to just launch a newsletter, you can also present that
Yeah.
idea, because every idea matters a lot. So it just about the execution, how you are doing and how well you are doing that thing. So okay, anything you want to share with us, something related to the house race or you or your journey, anything?
Okay, I think we pretty much covered everything during these questions. But I would encourage you to check out HouseRizz, check out our collection, check out the AI features, and actually next till I think Friday or Saturday, we are going to release the entire app. We have released the app. It currently features our marketplace, some of the windows, some of the AI features. So it's a public release, but the AI functionality and the entire AI design would be released this Friday or Saturday. So make sure to try it out, check it out. And other than that, I would encourage everyone to build their own things, right? Build what you want. Do not try to think, "Ki, I won't be able to do it. I don't have the technical expertise to do it. I don't have the time to do it." I mean, you can take out 10 to 15 minutes every day, right? And it will slowly become something. After a year, you might have an entire app. After a year, you might have like an entire ecosystem or an entire book in place. So yeah, other than checking out build space, I would encourage everyone to just build whatever they have in their heads and explore. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, also one question pop up, like you are saying that so most of the people say, okay, we want to build something, we want to build a startup and all, but they have one second thought also, okay, for building a startup we need funding or we need some money to start something, right? So what's your views on it? Do we really need money or do we really need the support of someone else? Because most of the people also think we need co-founders for a startup. Otherwise, if we don't have the co-founder and if we don't have any money or any funds or any resources, we can't build the thing. So what's your views on it? So how can someone who has no access of those resources, who has no funding, and he or she really wants to build thing, how he or she can just remove that thought, okay, I can build without this? do we have anything in support? Okay, you like, I think we have a lot of free resources to build something. So what's your views on it? How someone can, go for the startups or build the things without any resources?
Okay, so I'll share something about the cost of houses, right? Till date, we have spent $99 on the Apple membership, the registration fees that comes with registering a company, and a few dollars to test our AI. That's it. The truth, like it's practically nothing when you come into a larger scheme of things. Like it's just $100. I know $100 is a lot, but just don't eat out for 2 3 months, right? You can start your own thing. So starting a startup, especially nowadays, especially like when everyone has a phone, everyone has access to computers. Like even if you don't have a personal computer, you can go to a cyber cafe or something. You have your phones now. You can build entire programs from your phones. There are online IDEs. So now you don't really have restriction of money that you need to place on your startup. And talking about co-founders and such, like I've only recently have a people of nine, right? So for the longest time, I was doing it alone. I was developing the app alone. Only recently we have people that help out with the AI side of things, that help out with the web side of things, the marketing side of things. So you can definitely do it alone, and believe me, people will join organically. I never posted and job posting regarding HouseRizz. I never said to anyone that I'm looking for a web developer, I'm looking for an AI developer. I just talked about the idea. I just yapped unstoppably about the idea, right? I just worked on it, just yapped to people, and then people just naturally joined in. They were like, "What are you working on?" I was like, "I'm working on the AI feature currently," and yeah, they were like, "I can help out with that," and I was like, "Yeah, sure." So that's how you build a team in a startup. You don't need a lot of funding. You don't need to hire. You don't need to put LinkedIn job posting. Yeah, so everything will come organically and with time. We just need to trust the process and build.
I think when it comes to the $99, I think it's worth it if you have built your app that is ready to release or ready, you can, deploy onto the iOS or App Store. So I think $99 is worth it. So that's, I think it's also good for necessary for to showcase your talent, or okay, you know how to build the things. Okay, then I think we have more 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we can, end this. So if you have something to share, you can share it. Anything you want to tell to the audience, or something like how they can contribute to the house raise, and if someone wants to, work on the house raise, how they can connect with you, and also you can share your HouseRizz app link here, so everybody can, use it, and maybe some can give some of the feedback.
Okay, yeah. So I'll share the link to the app in a minute or two. But if you want to contribute it, the iOS app is completely open source. The website of things, we are going to open source the front end in a couple of days and the back end also in a couple of days. We are not started completely on the Android side of things. We have built the basic UI and everything. So yeah, if you want to contribute, just head over to the HouseRizz GitHub. It's an organization. There are a lot of issues in our iOS app, and you can start working on that. Or if you have an idea or want to start working on the Android side of things, you can directly message me and I'll add you to the Discord and we'll just discuss what ideas you have, how you can do it, what time you can put in. So it's rather easy to contribute to. You don't necessarily have to, I'm not asking you to put in 8 hours a day, right? If you don't want to join the team completely, you can just start contributing to our projects on GitHub. So yeah, that's the easiest way to get involved.
Yeah, so I want to add one more thing. Anybody can contribute if you are just starting, thinking about, okay, I want to build an iOS app, or wanted to just get into the tech. You can just contribute here. Just maybe you can just start with the README, or you can start with any suggestion also. Okay, we can add these features on. That's how we can, improve this app, improve the houses. So by giving your feedback and by giving your suggestion, you can also contribute to here. And okay, that's about the contribution thing. So yeah, just connect with the Krish. He's super talented, super hardworking, because he always inspired me a lot by his work. So yeah, and thank you so much for coming, Krish, and thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I know you're busy, but yeah, thank you so much for coming.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me here. It was incredible answering these questions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And by this, I get to know a lot more about your startup and all of the thing. And okay, then let's wrap it up. And it's great talking to you. And yeah, we really enjoyed about the house race. So okay, let's see you soon. And
yeah,
yeah, guys, please connect with him if you need any help, or you can connect with me also if you need any help. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for
yeah,
coming. I'm ending the stream, and thank you so much, Krish, and all
yeah,
the audience for joining us. Bye bye.
yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye.